education is the strongest force in the world. If you look at the quality of lives of people who are educated versus people who are not, there's a fundamental difference in the quality of their lives, their families' lives, and everything. So, education is one of the most important services and the largest as well.
It is my privilege to invite the founder and CEO, Mr. Hemant Sahal, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to all of you. Vanakkam. Thank you for taking the time out on a busy weekday to join us. We've been doing Digii100 as a summit for 4 years now. It happens in Delhi every year. It happened in 13 December. Some of you are here, were there as well. And before I speak why this summit exists, I want to share a context of why we are in Coimbatore today. And there is how conversations, which is what Digii100 stands for, led us to Coimbatore. The first, obviously the culprit here is Mr. Shankar here. I remember him coming, and every year when he comes for Digii100 in Delhi, he's telling about that, look, it can't be in Delhi every time. Obviously for the cleaner air and other things, obviously, but he said the legacy of education institutions in India was born in cities which are not Delhi and Mumbai, and these are cities which are Coimbatore and the Punes and others of the country, and we need to go there rather than asking everybody to come to a Delhi, Mumbai, and or such cities. So that prompted us to say, okay, let's do it in Coimbatore first. And then after Shankar, as if Shankar was not enough, we got Mahesh, right? So look at the connection, right? From Shankar, we got Mahesh. And I remember having a conversation with Mahesh, and he said, hey, I am going to Ooty, and I'm back on 28th. So that's how came the date, which is today, because Mahesh is in Delhi. He was coming from vacation, passing via Coimbatore, and we said, okay, we need to get him also for this conversation. And a lot of you would have known him for his very specific, sharp views on education. He's we call him a conscience keeper in education, right? And that's how this whole, and then I had a conversation with Rajesh, who's always been a partner in crime, and this is his, obviously, turf, right? He's born and brought up in Coimbatore. It is his Janmbhumi as well as partially Karmbhumi for face prep, if not for Kalviyam. And that's how all the things come together. So this Digii100x summit in Coimbatore is not a manufactured summit. I was having a conversation with some people outside as well, and they were asking, what is this for? Who's doing it? What are they going to talk about, right? And so this conference or this summit is not about a company promoting. It's not about an agenda. It's about bringing education, technology, and policy leaders together with an open mind. There are no VIPs here, whether you are on the stage or not. Everybody is equal, and that's why you would see there are no speaker tags. There are no speaker lounge here. Everybody is equal because we believe the conversations on and off the stage will matter equally. And it is so, when we were thinking of Coimbatore, there was a lot of hesitation because we were not sure if we will be able to get people together. And about 3 or 4 days I was having a chat with Mr. Shankar, and I was telling him that, look, we have been able to, get a lot of people and we spoke to them, everybody was very nice. And then he shared something. I'll not attempt to speak it in Tamil. I have some friends here who know my bad habit of trying to speak local languages in a bad way. So I'll not do it publicly because it's also getting recorded. There's a beautiful Tamil saying, I'll say the English. It says, when the child cries innocently, milk must be given, right? And I think somebody can help me later with the Tamil translation. So what happened is, me, Rajesh, some of us, what we did was we reached out to people, which is equivalent to crying innocently. And I think the reason why all of you are here, some of you have been very busy schedules. I know some of you have cancelled other engagements and come together here. And I think that's the milk. The whole summit is a testament to that we need to come together. So thank you again for all of you coming in. I will quickly share the context because that's very important. And I remember one of the sirs asked that we need to know why this is happening. What's the purpose of this? So it set the very simple context of what Digii100 stands for. The word Digii100 stands because what we do every year is we have 100 institutions listed which are the best in the country in terms of adopting technology in education. And it's done independently, very, in a very scientific way. We bring them together so that we learn from each other as a community. And that's how Digii100 was born 4 years back. And what do we do? Why does this summit exist? It's very simple, 3 things. It's formed on 3 very simple foundations. Number one is that education is the strongest force in the world. If you look at the quality of lives of people who are educated versus people who are not, there's a fundamental difference in the quality of their lives, their families' lives, and everything. So education is one of the most important services and the largest as well. I often give this saying that the three services which are largest and most impactful: education, healthcare, and faith. If you see, they touch almost everybody, right? And they have a very important impact on who we are. So that's education is very important, right? Second is technology. While if education is the force, technology is the lever. So if you look at industries or sectors, if the right word, which have adopted technology, have been able to achieve three things beautifully. First is scale without compromising on quality. Second is quality without elitism, right? Because we have quality education in India as well, but it's only limited to few elite people. So either you have to crack a very important exam to get that quality education, or you have to be super rich to get that quality education. But for the rest of the masses, we yet don't have quality of education, right? So scale, quality, and third is affordability. So technology, if adopted well, brings these three things: scale, quality, and affordability. And India has given an example to the whole world in the financial sector. If you look at UPI, that's an example we have shown to the whole world how technology can bring quality, affordability, and scale. So from a chart wala on the road to the richest of the people are using UPI today for transactions, and it has given such a big momentum to the. So a quick question: how many of you were there in a bank last week? You visited a bank last week? Can you raise your hand? How many of you okay, one person. How many of you visited a bank in the last 1 month? We have 4 hands. Last 1 year? Still less than 10% of the people. And that's the power of technology. Who would have imagined not going to a bank 2 decades back? They are the custodians of our money. Our life savings are sitting there. Imagine that trust tech has built where you're not even visiting the place which is holding all your life's money, like earned money. You are trusting them for everything and never even visiting them, right? So that's the second. And third is the power of community and people. That technology and other things are all secondary. What's very important is people. And how do you bring people together with the right intent and an open mind, that where you're not looking at others, that I am senior or they are senior, whether he has more number of students than me or a better NAC rating than me or an NIRF ranking, but you're looking at each other as peers, and we're saying if we have to grow the education sector together, then we need to all come together and exchange knowledge and build partnerships. So that's the whole context of Digi100. It's a no sales event. This is the only time I'll talk, and then I'll give maybe a small thank you at the end. We don't talk anything else. It's not about any company. It's not about any specific organization. It's about all of us coming together collectively. And what better region to start than Coimbatore? You know, the whole Cochin to Hosur, this region is the cradle for some of the best institutions. And Coimbatore is a great testament to that, how industries need to be built patiently, how institutions need to be built patiently, and how you can still be relevant without making a lot of noise and being loud. So with that, thank you everyone for joining in, and I look forward to having a conversation with all of you, and I request all of you to please have open conversations and spend time with each other and see how we can work together as a larger community in this region. Thank you so much.